not going to have it easy. As we get into this pistol round, no, we don't. We reset the pistol round. I was just building up the hype, getting you excited, making you think the pistol round was coming. Debated Twitch chat. Now who's laughing? All right, Olga, warm those hands up. Gonna have to start clicking heads any moment now.
All right, then. It's the actual pistol round. Let's take a look at the buys. Car, she's got a kit double flash. Bokor, smoke molly. A couple of smokes, actually, on the W7M side. So this one's going to be telegraphed. They are heading straight towards this B bomb site. 4 members of this roster already grouping up towards the tunnels. But with this Xbox smoke, it indicates to me that they're going to try something a little bit more creative in towards middle. Izza just going to spot out players towards top middle. And that flashbang is going to try and set W7M all the way through mid.
Yeah, these 2 players into short are going to be so hard to deal with. They're just going to drop down behind, but Izza has gone down. Olga is still here and is fighting, jumping straight into her as Bokor, but she gets removed. And Gabby just tucked in the rear here, able to find one before she's traded out. So it is now a 2 versus 2, and Olga is accelerating, but Yodinia hits the shot. And even the second, W7M with pace take the pistol.
Yeah, that was a really nice round from W7M. You place the Xbox smoke down and then that flashbang through the doors, and the entirety of the roster just barrels through, overwhelms. The Glocks are at close range, and they do the most damage against the USPs. You can even see that Bokor was just trying to catch out the flanking players. And what I really liked is when this afterplant took shape, Yodinia was waiting for her teammate to take the first contact, and then they double swang together. Really nice fundamentals in the afterplant, and now it's just going to be the force buy for Furia.
Yeah, Mari's at a USP as well. I think it's just maybe dropped to Gabby. It's going to be a brawl out towards long. The USP ineffective against the Galils. Olga and Mari removed early on. Scout a couple of D-girls to work with now, so at least there is something on the board here. There's a couple of tags that make those D-girls a little bit more potent. Smoke deployed for Gabby to sit behind. That looked like it could have been a tag, but not quite able to hit. W7 have slowed things down. Got the early kills. I'm going to see if Fury are going to give up any mistakes. In fact, now they've got the interest of 2 players here. They're going to start to move that bomb back through T-spawn.
Yeah, this is really nice mid-rounding. Just keeping players interested on the bomb sites. Yodinia does actually get found out by Gabby, and Car's just on the edge of this smoke. But have a look at the minimap. It's only Issa to really contend with this B bomb site hit that's about to come in. Although kills have been found for Furia over towards A, they're just not ready for B. Bokor is caught Issa completely off guard, and this bomb site, it's open for business.
Yeah, so lucky to be alive off the back of that one. And gonna want to stay alive. Scamper away, collect a Galil out from long. Car can look to see if anyone tries to escape, do a bit of economical damage. But a fantastic start from W7M. If they keep 3 alive here with these rifles as well, that'd be great for the economy. But regardless, going to be feeling good about how this one has started. And off the back of it, Fury aren't going to have much into the follow-up either, which means that 3 in a row is looking quite likely.
Yeah, really good start. W7M, all they need to do is make sure they don't get caught out by the pistols into next round. Smiles on Juliana's face. Really great start for W7M. It's going to be the gun round that's going to be the most interesting one for me. This one should be a formality. Unless anything goes completely pear-shaped in the W7M camp, there should be 3 rounds on the board. Operative word is should.
Yeah, I mean, the scout's still out. Pistol's been dropped over. And there is a Galil with armor. It's not impossible. Maybe some shenanigans pushing through lower. So with that rifle, the bait and switch set up with Gabby, but that is not where the T's are currently intending. And you see Sammy, she's actually a little hesitant to continue pushing, considering something could be going on, or perhaps spotted even the players had crossed down. Instead, long the focus of W7M early on. Fury are quite spread at the moment. Not sure where this is going to be ending.
Need to clip Mari. Cars rotates over with the scout as well towards long. So, in fact, a bomb site is reinforced despite Olga only having a USP. She could come over to Car and bait the fact that she's there. No, she's going to tuck down in as well. Okay, this is a sneaky setup from Furia. And with 1 minute left on the clock, W7M don't need to commit to this, but the fact we've got Gabby on a flank in T-spawn, basically, W7M needs to get going. Car gets caught out by that Galil as well. Molotovs are plenty, but they don't clear Mari, and she takes 2 with her.
Incredible shots to Mari. The fact that she gets 2 there is unbelievable. Molotov just didn't spread enough to catch her out. And that bait and switch with Olga was fantastic. Izza's also found Sammy's. This is doable now. Both going to be coming in through short. Bomb goes down, and there is no kit. There are 2 rifles. Flank coming through from long. Juliana tucked in towards Goose. It's a difficult clear. These are the one to be taking first contact out towards long. Eugenia removes her though, so it's all on to Gabby. 1 versus 2, no armor. They're going to swing out, gets the first. The second presenting itself. Eugenia has to be careful, such a little HP, and the clock, it is ticking down. She falls off. No chance to win the round now, but she can find this kill at the very least. Furia, considering what they had into it, make a pretty darn good job of it.
Yeah, really good setup over towards long, and the fact that you save a Galil, you drop over the Deagles, and you kill every single member of W7M Esports. That's scary. And that's a worrying sign of things to come potentially. But the fact of the matter is, it's another round on the board. What I like from W7M is the fact that they are all grouping together, moving as one solitary unit. It's just these afterplants that need a little bit of work. I've already seen a couple of rounds now where it's just individual fights being given up where they don't really need to. The best example of where they've done well was on that pistol when they double swung the double doors. Need to see more of that rather than individualistic efforts.
Guns coming out both sides. AWP is on both sides, in fact, as well. Car, we've yet to see what she can do. She's an explosive AWPer. Dust2 is a map that I think we might get a chance to see some of that. Ginny is taking hers in towards B, in fact. It's quite a strong lead based on those spawns. No, just going to take control, though. No fast play. But it is a heavy lean over here.
It is. Look at the buy as well. This could be quicker. 2 MAC-10s. W7M might just barrage their way through this B bomb site. Smoke's being lined up as well as the utility. Gabby has to drop a smoke, and she's about to meet a lot of angry W7M players barraging through the tunnels. Here we go. Caught off guard by the flashbangs. Gabby is holding her position so well. A multi-kill, and Izza's even doing damage. But Eugenia does find Car. Battle of the snipers going in W7M's favor.
Yeah, Car peeking in from window, punished for it. Now the post plant commences a re-smoke as well in towards doors, but it's towards tunnels where 2 of these CTs are coming from. The AWP tucked in towards back. Plat is able to find the first. She is removed from Izza though, and this allows Olga a path into the site. Sammy's is low. Health advantage here for Furia, and now it's the player advantage. Just Bruno Killer with the MAC-10 at range, and it is not enough. Furia on the retake, get there first on the board.
Perfect round by Olga. She waits for Izza to take the contact on back plat, and knowing that she spotted the player out towards this box, she uses the Molotov to flush out this player in the open. Doesn't rush, and she just takes her time. And what a hole by Gabby too. Rifles come out. I said I was worried, and Furia immediately post a round back.
Yeah, virtue of those prior rounds being pretty close. Not much for W7M to respond with here. Just the upgraded pistols across the board. There we go. Car gets the opener. First kill we're seeing with her AWP. Hoping to see some more highlights. All right, Izza playing the jiggle smoke position. Juliana's found the kill onto Gabby. That was the second player on B. Nice deagle shot to open it up, and that's brought the rotation of Car over as well. She is able to find that kill.
Look at this dynamic AWP in. Even repositioned towards the mid doors. W7M, the only map control they've got is in towards middle. Backpack not spotted. So Xbox control given up. This is so close. Shoulder spotted. Bruna Killer removed. Car's got it all to do, but that's a great shot from Sammy's.
A couple of nice deagle shots here from W7M. It's given them potentially an opportunity here, but A-side is going to be a tough nut to crack. Olga is playing Ramp, and then you've also got Mari deep in towards Pit. Olga shot the bomb, and well, she's looking to find this last kill as well. Bringing Sammy's down low. She's thought better of contesting the rifle, but the USP, in fact, is going to be the one to get it done.
Oh. Just about.
Just about.
Olga's getting so aggressive there. Knows it's against the deagle, so she's like, okay, I'll get some kills. It's a little bit laboured on the spray of the USP, but it does get the job done.
She knew she'd already tagged at least twice with the rifle, so
yeah,
just wants to hit a few body shots.
Still worried. Although, much better performance from Kara in this round. Look at how dynamic she was being. Here's the rotate. See you later. Rotating back over to double doors as well. Spots out the jump towards Xbox. And from here, it's just Olga. Nothing that you can really do against the full rifles on your W7M, just on the deagles. However, they'll... Actually, their money's still not in the best spot. They can buy AKs, but the utility will be very minimal.
Yeah, I feel like maybe that's a miscalculation. Expecting that loss bonus to be a little bit more, or expecting to get the bomb down, perhaps, but neither is the reality we live in. The reality we live in is the one where you're left with 3k. Going for this shot again. Not delivered it. Might be about to present her a shooting gallery from top mid. A lot of T players jumping around. We can see their X-rays. Being very silly.
Yeah, just waiting for any aggression. The one to make contact will be the AWP. There you go. Boko removed. Oh, and even a leg shot onto Yordinia. W7M trying to make their way up short, but here comes Izza just swinging on in. The buddy system working for Furia in towards middle. And now Olga, well, she's repositioned towards Kara, looking for some scalps as well.
That's to get the reload in here, and might just be an attempt at a plant, which would be really a win. And it is,
yes.
right at the last second. There you go. Bruna Killer gets that one down. So overall, considering what went into it, that's an outcome that they'll be moderately satisfied with. Wouldn't say happy, but moderately satisfied. About a 5.5 on the scale of happiness.
I don't know. I think I'd be a bit happier than 5.5, considering the reality of what that round was, where you've got one player left alive, somehow hits a time in, and it's the player that got legged as well. I don't mind it. I'd say 7.3.
Wow, you're easily pleased.
Yeah.
Well, Car posted up in towards short, despite her name. Oh, gonna get flashed off. That's a perfect flash. Forces her out of position, but it's all a bait because Gabby's sitting in close. Oh, is actually traded out. Bruna Killer catching her through double doors. Good response from W7M. Good spacing to enable that trade to come through as well. Furia defense is quite split here. This lurk smoke is keeping Izzy interested, and both the AWPers leg each other through the doors.
But look at this. Juliana's holding for Mari's push. This is perfect. So the aggression of Furia could be caught out potentially if Mari overextends. That bomb is all the way back in T-spawn. W7M have been able to get control on middle in quite a few of these rounds. Juliana's so worried about it. Mari not going to be aggressive. And short's open as well because Olga is currently in CT.
Yeah, this is the opening. There's a timer on it. At some point, Mari is going to make a move. Either on the flank or back in towards long in a bit of a pincer with Olga. These smokes are about to reveal the play. Coming through to allow them to cross out. Looking like they're setting up for the retake here. Repositioning, Olga getting ready immediately to go in through short. Thinking better of it, in fact. Going to go back towards CT, so the bomb can go down. Just going to take this nade right to the back of the head. They do get it down. And, well, Mary does find the advantage.
Yeah, she's revealed her position. These window flashes are good as well. It allows Furia to climb back up the site. But Juliana, she's found one as well. Has to find a couple more. 1 versus 2. She's just being pincered in by Olga and Mary. Nice work from Furia on the retake. What I like there is the decisiveness. And I think the call from Olga, really tight crossfire in middle to instantly going, okay, we know it's going to be a retake. Let's just play together, group up. Wait for Mary to activate on this flank as well. Works absolutely perfectly. W7M find a way onto the bomb site, but don't find a round because of it.
Yeah, I mean, Furia basically opened it up and they said, look, come on in. They opened the door wide open. It was a full welcome parade in towards short because they had everyone waiting at every other possibility for that trap to be sprung. Pinch them from all angles. Get that flank coming through. It's a beautiful round from Furia. Long aggression, Boko jumping out. The orb shot going to miss from Car as she bunny hops across. Well, control is taken. CT's immediately conceding it. W7M don't have to commit off this now, though they have pushed quite a few players out here. The threat of them being there is enough alone.
Yeah, W7M have played a very patient T side so far. Taking the control out towards long. Even with that smoke, it just threatens the presence that they still could be there. So it's wise to reposition on in. But what Furia have done, you can notice, is they're just trying to take map control elsewhere. Mary's pushed in towards short. It looked to be a double push in towards the mid doors, but Olga's occupying this space instead. So now W7M are in a position where, even though they had that map control towards long, they now have to contend with more because Furia have retaken different areas of this map.
That's a bit of a funky off angle from Olga as well. Next to the Banny, not quite ready for that, and she finds 2. Great kills from Olga. Fantastic start. Expected from the star of Furia. And look at the response on the B side. They know that W7M's response is going to be to make their way out towards B, and there are 3 CTs waiting in response. Mary's even in towards CT spawn. This round, even before the site take commences, is looking foregone. Smoke gonna fade in a second, and Mary potentially will find a kill. This has found Sammy's and has found Juliana, so it's just Bruna Killer in towards mid. They know exactly where she is, and Olga is there to close it out.
That's just really high-level understanding of Furia, because they've taken every area of the map except for tunnels, so they know the reaction when these kills come in from Olga, that the only way W7M can go towards a bomb site is back through tunnels, especially with Mary just molotoving off short round after round. And with W7M, their playstyle burning down the clock and then executing late, Furia are just laying the trap and it's working perfectly.
Well, this might be a faster one, and it could catch them off guard if they do decide to commit, because look at this push towards top mid. Olga's going to find this kill. But now it gets a bit weird, and they've got the perfect read. The incendiary to stop the push through and the counter, and Olga's there. Actually does kill one with a nade, but does lose her life. Doesn't call a duty. Olga, take the martyrdom perk off. You're already good enough. Don't need that advantage. And Mary, once again, on the flank. Shooting them in the back of the head. Takes a few bullets to the shoulder. Now they know exactly where W7M are. The fact they found Olga maybe gives them a pathway in, but this is just going to tuck in. Going to bait. Gabby just going to be jumping it. We spotted. This is just saying, bait for me, bait for me. Now she can swing out any second now. Waits for the first to walk past, and there's the number 2. Great hold from Furia.
I mean, nothing really too much to say about that round. It's the fact that W7M are on the Tech 9s. Nice little kill in towards middle. But again, you've got Furia pushing top middle. There's players. I think Mary was in T spawn in some moments of that round. So again, for Furia, they have all the information that they need. And this bait is just absolutely perfect. Izza gets a double. Nothing really more you can ask for. Furia playing perfect Counter-Strike on this CT side as soon as the rifles come into play.
This is the concern. Car once again flashed off. This time she was actually peeking in through to Lois. Had the support of Olga providing Overwatch. It was actually Gabby that found the opener. in from the B side. Eugenia has found Olga. That's a huge kill and even spots Car. Car has to think better of contesting this. Falls off. Couple of flashbangs thrown back and forth. All things considered, this is now one of the better positions we've found W7M in.
Yeah, this is cool. Hinge smoke deployed. Normally indicates W7M want to head more towards short. That's an area of the map they've relatively more often not been able to take control of. This double setup long could be punishing though, because Furia can just rotate all the way in. And then you look at the reaction on the other side of the map. Car and Gabby have pushed tunnels, so that's more information gathered over. You expect to see Car rotating back over towards A soon enough. I'd expect maybe Izza to rotate back in towards the bomb site, because Gabby's just clearing all of this out. Juliana is holding for this potential play in towards middle, but with 25 seconds left, W7M have to go towards the bomb site.
Yeah, should get this kill for free. Here it comes through. The execute comes in. There's an opportunity here. Car not quite able to connect. Bomb could go down. Well, it looked like Furia had a great response there with that double setup towards long. Okay, they found one back. They're far away. Retake has to come through. 3 players in towards short. Car about to get a rude awakening as she swings around this corner. Slow clearing it, already scoped in, but there's 3 players lying in wait. Bruna Killer just wanting to swing and Bokos there. But Car hits the shot, is traded out. And Incendiary gone towards short. That might have been the round, but Izza looking like she wants to finish it regardless. Tapping the bomb, this last player has been spotted and Izza finds her. W7M, despite the player advantage, not quite able to hold on to the bomb site.
And Car, despite her getting 1 kill there, keeps all the interest over towards short. You see W7M are just tunnel visioned on eliminating Car from the round. Even though the bomb is planted for them, it allows all this space for Izza and Mari just to walk back up, and even then sticking the bomb at the first instance and letting Izza swing out and try and take the fight. I don't think W7M were even expecting that defuse just to be held. So really good job by Furia. It's a good reaction based off the information that they had. And really nice work by Car on short.
Great stuff. W7M a little bit scared, weren't they? Knowing that long control just was not theirs at all. Didn't want to even give it a look in. Ends up being their downfall with that triple setup. A solid start from Furia. About what we expect on Dust2. But, I enjoyed the start from W7M. I'm hoping we can see a bit of a resurgence because they certainly looked like they came into this with a lot of intent. But it does feel like Furia are maybe 1 step ahead of them on some of these rounds.
Yeah, I think that's perfect phrasing. W7M, they're getting space in towards middle. And if they go for maybe more of a mid to B play, we did see Olga hold that crossfire really tight tucked in one of those rounds. But since then, not really seen it. So I think that's the gap. W7M, if they just use a little bit of acceleration, they find the gap in towards middle, maybe do a mid to B split. That could potentially work out. This AWP standoff right now, it's double, in fact, because Car's pushed lower. 2 AWPs for Furia. Looking to snowball, and that's exactly what's happened. 2 kills have immediately come in.
Yeah, double up. Pays off straight away. Izza was found towards B, and this has now kept these 2 tiers interested. They're going to walk out, but God, tucked in with a close combat or big shotgun to the face. Damage removed. The second player, though, does catch her off guard, and that does provide a way into the B site now. Sentry Molotov can be thrown out. That's going to prevent Gabby from peering in with the AWP of her own. Not a lot of utility left, though. Just the flashbangs to get this bomb across. Not even planted yet. And a flank is coming through quickly.
Mari has more utility to deploy to even help with this retake. Gabby just thinking about peeking through the doors immediately. No, W7M will be allowed the safety of the bomb plant. But Juliana's been brought down even lower. Bruna Killer, this kill on towards tunnels is absolutely critical. If they get this, W7M have got a way back into the round. But she turns away at probably the most unfortunate time, and well, Furia just completely capitalized upon it. They went out the half 8-3 in a dominant manner, looking for even more before this half ends.
Yeah, and I think you can't blame Brunicula for the decision to change tactic there, because that nade came through from double doors and she'd been holding towards tunnel for a good 10-15 seconds at that point. So when that nade comes through, you assume the follow-up's coming, right? And that was the intention of that grenade, to draw that attention, because you can see that's exactly the second that Mary swings. So perfectly executed Furia retake down to those sort of minute details. And for W7M, that's a bit of a repeat. Not being able to contest long, or at least not opting to with those spawns. Instead, go towards B. Get control in towards Upper Dark at the very least, but that's about it. Relying on a pick to come at the hands of this AWP from Eugenia. It might present itself. Gabby's been looking for these fights. And flashing off the angle, can't quite hit the flick shot. It's a difficult one. Both AWPers flashing themselves in looking for this fight, but neither being delivered.
They're good flashes, though, on both sides of the server. Here comes another one. Bokor about to deploy the hinge smoke to allow safer passage up towards short. Let's join up with Brunicula. Position is being held, though. This time, Car, she's posted like a turret. Feels safe because Mary's taking complete control along. But for W7M, it's another one of these rounds where that clock, it is starting to tick on down. And they're going to need to get going towards short once again.
And look, it's the exact position that Kara's holding down. Another nade that was left in CT spawn. Actually doesn't connect, but I like the idea of dropping a few HEs there to be thrown through into short. Kara with the perfect angle. Olga by her side. Kara's looking for it. The flash is perfect, but the shot's quite good. At least able to get one before she goes down. Mary's found one out towards long, and Olga is still on the site and still fighting. Workhole's removed, and so is Eugenia. Bomb dropped, Samus only one left. Comes out through long, consolidation frag. That's going to be all she will get.
Well, we were interested to see whether Olga's firepower would diminish with her being an IGL. But currently, she's going 17-5. So I'd argue she's not doing that badly, yeah.
She got 38 kills in that double OT game against Black Dragons last week in that opener map. So leading from the front, as we like to say.
We do.
Oh, here we go. No, I thought it was going to be aggression. Izza thinks better of it, throws the utility and backs off, but her presence alone is now going to keep W7M slowed down as they have to now go and clear in towards lower while keeping an eye on Catwalk. And they are packed in here like a bunch of sardines pressed into a can. And Furia got a few can openers as well. Once they press you in, they rip you open and devour you like a rabid wildcat.
Oh. All right, then. Let's see the can openers. Olga holding this tight angle in towards the double doors. It looks like W7M are thinking about going in towards mid, but actually turn their attention back towards short, which is probably the best idea, because once again, Furia have left this completely open. Even going to run boost players across, but look at Mary. Getting more information, and off the back of it, Car is now holding for this short play. Will she be able to pluck one of these, not sardines, but flying salmons about to leap through the sky? Not quite.
That one repositions, and Brunicula with a blistering deagle shot does remove her. Great HEs, and well, Olga's removed one and sent two halfway to the grave. Softened up and ready for pummeling. Olga pushing out now with the AK and sprays two down. Mary finds one too, and well, 4 in the round for Olga. 21 for 5. It is domination as once again Furia, they set out the mousetrap, put the big block of cheese on there, bring in the mice, and they are sprung on to be devoured once again by the Panthers that are Furia.
Yeah, double digits. Pretty well played by Furia. I think what's interesting, though, and weirdly enough, we'll come back to the Panther analogy, because I actually am really enjoying it. But I was just checking, and in that Black Dragons game that went double overtime, Furia actually ended the half 11-4 on that CT side. Okay. But I was going to say that there could be a way back in for W7M, but this is just looking incredibly dominant, especially in this one where you've literally got the Panthers of Furia just running all over the map this time. In a matter of 20 seconds, everyone's dead.
Yeah, this is the Furia we know and love. The South American CS, the Furia Fem squad. If you're new to the scene, a bit reminiscent in playstyle of the Furia men's squad. So you do expect to see Olga with a knife out, ready to knife Ileana. She definitely wants to do it. And I want to see it. Yeah, she's saying it. She's saying it to the team. I got a knife ready if she comes through. When the bomb is down, they know she's out long. Can't have gone anywhere else.
Smiling about it. Izza's rotating over as well. Like, oh, can I knife?
Izza's just ready to get the swing if Olga misses. That's what's that's such a grin, such a knowing. I am doing something.
Oh no!
So
Izza can
mean
even take
right
contact
now.
and run away.
Okay,
She doesn't even need to shoot her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, this is it.
Oh yeah, you can see it. Yeah. Oh, there it is. She will get it.
Gets the knife. Claws out.
That was happening literally because of the player cams.
That was like a minute-long knife setup for that. Wow. Delivered. Worth. Absolutely. Olga also accidentally, sorry, I giggled at the start of the round because Olga bought a Mag 7 accidentally in CT spawn as well. I was hoping it would be used, and I was thinking that could be a little bit. No. Izza this time is now pushed in towards B as well, so they are not letting W7M get control anywhere on the map anymore.
Are they even going to be ready for this Izza advanced position? I don't know. I don't think so. Honestly, they're holding for aggression. Does try and nades, but no, Izza wins out the fight. And Mari, well, she's just in long tunnels as well. This is absolutely unrelenting to close out the half of Furia. It looks to be 12, 4 versus 2 in their favor. And well, Brunikiller's already been spotted out as well and will fall. Welcome back in, everyone. We're here again. Furia take 12 onto this T side against W7M, who looked good, really, until the gun rounds. And then it was just all Furia in the feed.
They were certainly having a feast of things. Now they sit themselves with a 9-round lead as they go into the T side. And it's a slow start from Furia, bit unusual. Giving up the initial kill here, Olga goes down, and that's going to alert them that perhaps there isn't a hit coming through. But Mari was there to find that kill, and that's now got 2 CTs interested as the real hit comes in towards B. But there's still 2 here on the crossfire. Sammy's and Brunikiller finding a killer piece. Brunikiller running out of bullets before Gabby goes down, but she's brought low. Rotations can come through. This is actually looking like a good round, although Mari has something to say about it. Gabby fighting tooth and nail. Puts it into a 1 versus 2. Mari nearby has a P250, no armor. Needs to double her kills in the round so far to win this one out. A bit of noise as she moves about. Crossing into the site, that's the first player revealed. Second one pops up, and Brunikiller finds her. W7M, 2 pistol rounds in this series.
Really good reaction as well from Brunikiller. As soon as the kills come in at tunnels and they know that Mari is left in towards middle, she just repositions perfectly to try and bail out her teammate. As soon as contact is made, she can just peek her head up and secure the kill. Nicely done, W7M. The only thing we can really say is they're pretty good at pistol rounds.
And conversions. True. Considering Furia have not invested either. Despite that round lead, they happy to play us on by the book. No Mac 10s, no Tech 9s coming out. That's going to be pushing all the way through. Actually, catching Bocker off guard here. Famas gets dropped. Can't be collected, though, because Eugenia is here. Oh, Olga manages to slip by. And Eugenia, she's a bit stuck out here. Can't get caught out by these Glocks. Particularly as she doesn't have head armor either. So they are going to get the bomb down here. Even if they couldn't recover that rifle, it's Already a good round. Any more damage is just bonus.
Juliana's locking in Olga, so that will be a kill. Brunakiller has found one as well. But that clock is ticking down. Thankfully, Brunakiller does have a kit, but even more damage is coming in. Mari takes one more scalp. Considering that was just Glocks, you've got 3 kills and a bomb plant. That's quite ridiculous.
Yeah, you take those ones every day of the week. Not even M4 that he collected because of the rifles they had into that one. Thankfully, Samus has actually a bit of cash, so they will still be able to get a reasonable buy into this one. But yeah, great stuff from Furia. That's the dream round, really, with Glocks. Well, maybe the second dream round. That's on the happy scale, Brandon. That one's 8.5, I think.
Okay, we're getting up there now.
Yeah, I'd be content with that one. Well, the HE dropped close to obscure the vision, so they could cross down to lowers. I like that. A lot, but long is where the fight is going on. Juliana able to get one and almost a second onto Olga. That was the bomb spotted as well, but the CTs are nowhere in response.
Yeah, utility being dropped. Furia wants to add pace. There's a slight gap in this smoke, which Edenia is looking to try and exploit. It'll actually be Brunakiller to find another kill with that FAMAS. Furia have crossed onto the bomb site, but that bomb is not there. Boosting up, though. Izza does catch one. Car trying to go up and over on the boxes. Another kill removed. 2 versus 2. But the issue you have is that Gabby is so far away in mid.
And they know where she is as well. Samus catches that timing to push up. Now it's Gabby, 1 versus 2. Boko repositioning. Took a couple of shots from Gabby in towards short, and they've closed her out. Smoke comes through. Has to force her way through it, and she is going to get removed. Looked like Furia potentially were going to find the opportunity in towards A, but W7M remains strong and take the round away.
There's just simply too many players for Furia to really contend with. And I think it's just the fact that Gabby was so far away as well. It makes things a little bit difficult, especially when you're isolated. The tactical timeout being called by W7M. This time, Furia will have the guns. So, well, kind of. They've invested a little bit more in the previous round, so they're just going to have a couple of Mac 10s and Tech 9s. Regardless, W7M do not want this kind of resurgence to really slip away. And meanwhile, on the other end of things, Lucy, B4 versus Independense. It's 7-8 in favor of Independense on the first map.
Close one. Group B delivering in spades. Don't know if they've had knife kills though. We've had a knife kill here, so that's pretty exciting. W7M in a great position now to get up to 7. Still a long way to go. Samus on the outside of the smoke. She's going to have to put on a pretty darn good performance here because they are about to burst straight through it. And she's going to hold strong with the AK, spraying through, hits 2, even the third with the final bullet. Fantastic stuff from Samus, looking for more with the USB. Can't quite find it, but did enough damage to allow Brunakiller to come through and find the remaining 2.
Much better from W7M. The fact that only there's 1 casualty this time, the bank balance can grow up. What? I really just don't know what I was saying there. The fact that yeah, the bank balance can grow. Yeah, that's fine. It works. We're okay. I broke a little bit, but that's fine. Furia, they're not broke. They've invested. Cars on the AWP as well.
Ooh, Olga removed early on. You're playing with fire. The car does respond back to AWP on both sides of the server, chiming in. Chiming in with big boom. Not the sort of chime you'd want to wake you up in the morning. Or maybe it is if you want a rude awakening. Some people need that. Otherwise, they'll just sleep on through. Oh, you're not one of them. In fact, I know you are.
Yeah, I
saw when you woke up this morning.
I thought that was a dig.
Yeah, no, that wasn't. Yeah, anyway, not going to comment on that. We are going to comment on this video game. That's what we're here to do. So we're here to play with the sniper rifles. Eugenia didn't get not a huge amount of success on the T side with it, but the CT side is certainly where you can find a bit more impact on a map like Dust2. T side, it feels like it's a bit of a coin flip as to whether you find that success. If you've got the spawns to take the fight long, if you're able to catch players in mid, but otherwise it's not quite as potent as on the defense.
Edenia up close and personal. A lot of these Furia players line up utility, but she can't capitalize upon the shot. At least she will reposition and get out of dodge safely. So now this next point of contact will come in, but the flashbangs are absolutely perfect from Furia. Trying to get them back over to the bomb site, but Edenia will find the kill on towards Mari. That's the bomb dropped. But look at that positioning, just creeping under the scope. Oh, what a shot.
Oh my God. Even the nade finishing off as she gets the leg. Suddenly, it's just Gabby left. She has found Bokor, but there's no time. Edenia, just as we mentioned, her steps up in a huge way with a triple.
Yeah, I was worried when she missed the first shot onto short because that was especially, well, dangerous. I mean, the fact that they didn't even have their guns out, but she delivers. Especially with this flick, ready? Unbelievable.
Oh my God.
Really quick. And then the shot through the wall with the grenade following it up. It's absolutely perfect. We said just before we head into halftime that Furia's T side wasn't the best against Black Dragons. That was 11-4. It went double overtime. And now we're starting to see the cracks starting to show a little bit. 12-8, that buffer, it is reducing a little bit for W7M, and they're starting to have a little bit more of an upward momentum.
Yes, that's where 12-9 is also looking likely. Gabby has a hero AK. There is something to work with here. So you look at that scoreline, you see Olga 25 for 10. Bit of a team effort for everybody else. You can't just have a one-woman army. You need 5 well-drilled soldiers. And shoulders.
Knees and toes.
Soldiers' shoulders. We're falling back. Short. Furia's objective. They met a poor fate at the hands of Edenia last time. Will that be repeated?
Potentially, although she was flashed off this angle before. Car with the only piece of utility to really disrupt this angle. Should just be a shooting gallery. Excited to see it. Good nades. That's incredible. Coming on in. This time Edenia's repositioned up towards this bomb site. Shadow spotted, can't quite get the second kill, and the pistols are moving in closer, but that bomb, it's nowhere near the site.
Yeah, Mari, she's managed to get to where the bomb needs to be. No, Edenia goes down. Izza catches her with a rifle that was recovered. Now an opportunity to get that bomb over, although she still hasn't crossed. The smokes are fading. Samus is focused on Car, who is still in towards lower B. Bomb, the fact that it hasn't gone down has now made W7M a little bit cautious. They're repositioning their found Car. That's their way in. Bomb can go down. Mari has picked up an AWP though. W7M are oblivious to this. Furia did catch that timing. Just the fact that the bomb wasn't spotted and then Car was found running through lowers and swinging out. What a shot from Samus. AWP removed. Izza, this would be heroic. Such little HP and 4 players hunting her down, but there's 2 removed. She's found 3 in the round. This will be an ace to pull it off. Done all the heavy lifting. 2 more to find. Samus slowly pushing in on her. Jump peeking and the shot hits. Izza finding so much success here with the AWP. Swaps to the Tech 9. Bruna Killer getting up close. And Izza playing around. Can't quite hit it. But she's done enough. There's not enough time on the clock. Izza, the heroics wins the round.
That's absolutely outrageous from Izza. The way she positions herself to take the gunfights one-on-one after getting the 2 kills, relocating back down and holding tight in for CT. It's absolutely perfect. And then the patience and presence of mind just not to peak. Just waiting for this timer just to tick down. It is a moment of brilliance. What a round. And what a result. Furia are up to 13.
Ask the question as to whether she was swapping out those IGL duties to be able to elevate her fragging, and I think we're seeing the results of that immediately. What a round from Izza. Shame it wasn't the ace, but it may as well have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. W7M, that was their moment. That was a 2v4. Call it a 1v5 from Izza.
Damn. Look what it's done to the economy as well. Yes, W7M have invested in, but it comes at a heavy cost, right? 2 Famases. Although they've got the M4s, there's no utility. So now Furia can just try and open up these aggressive stances, and it's going to be rewarded. Yadinia's removed. Izza replicating her heroics from the previous, and now Gabby's even flashing in, keeping defenders interested. But Furia, they really want long.
Well, Mari's going to take it. By force, Juliana removed. Boko, a lot of pressure on her shoulders. Been a little bit quiet now. Going to get flashed through and finds one, but is removed immediately. Olga, quick on the frag. Going to deploy the utility to allow the cross, and Bruna Killer is about to get shot in the chest. Gabby holding in line with the AWP. Simon's looking to find her, but will not be able to. Meets her demise. Furia up to 14.
I feel like that clutch has really ended any momentum W7M really had coming into this back end of proceedings. Furia looking incredibly dominant and just revitalized after that is a clutch as well. We were talking about the economy in the previous. It's completely shattered now, just going to be USPs. And potentially Furia just elevating themselves to map point.
Looking likely. And 7 map points to work with when they do arrive. And in fact, just to make it a bit easier, W7M have sucked B. So Furia, despite their patience, despite this lovely little boost up onto blue box, it's all for naught. Well, Gabby's about to show us the lineup. No, she's not. See it on the minimap though. Download the demo. Check out the way that she lined that one up. That's a little Xbox smoke. Critical on the T side of Dust2, if you are so misfortunate to end up on this map. It's okay. It's fun. It's entertaining. This is quite the map to kick us off. Wouldn't want it any other way. Furia continue to be one of the most entertaining teams to watch here in ESL Impact. Now Gabby. Oh.
I was going to say, that's all right. At least it's not Mirage. Which,
that's true.
Oh, we've got that next.
Oh, well, Furia love Mirage, so I'm sure they will be continuing the incredible heroics we've seen so far. Gabby, that's a bit unfortunate. The leg shot and then overwhelmed. So that orb can be retrieved, and they wouldn't have had an orb otherwise. And in fact, they're not going to have an orb anyway. As Furia don't want them to get their hands on it. Even going to throw an incendiary to kind of slow it down and just chasing them. They are keen to get away with it. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, nice recovery as well. Furia just going hunting to make sure that AWP is not in contention. And that will be map point. One more buy for W7M to potentially survive here on their map pick. Take a look at the utility. It's not too bad, but the issue you have is there's limited kind of incendiaries to really lock off positions. You've even got cars spotting out players heading towards the B bomb site, which obviously is expected, but it's still information given over. Mari's even got an AWP. Double AWP T side.
It's bold, but I like it. Got 2 smokes going to Xbox. Extra smoked, extra smoky. Olga. Flying through. Juliana looking for someone pushing the smoke, but not going to be happening. W7M could not be more spread out at the moment. They have players at all the different points. Flash comes through, Eudinia. He's going to get mollied off here. Hasn't revealed herself. They're playing so passive, just not wanting to give up the fight here, knowing that map point is on the line and spray does damage. Not able to connect a kill, but Bruna Killer does find one. Now Izza comes through. Boko's found one of her own as well, but jumped up onto the boxes. The bomb can get planted. W7M do have a player advantage into the retake.
Look at this, though. It's going to be a head-on collision over towards short. Mary's trying to hold for this CT push. They're all coming in towards short. It's going to be an absolute bloodbath. And tell you what, W7M, they've come out on top. Can it be another heroic moment? Not quite. Really nice retake from W7M, all grouping as a unit, trying to focus in one position. They know the bomb was planted for short, and they overwhelm Furia at that exact choke point. One more round, they stay alive, 15-9.
Still signs of life, and they're going to be still back up against it because there's plenty of cash for Furia to take this fight to them. That's such an interesting setup from W7M. That very passive hold just across the map. Relying on a player to do the damage towards A. Brunicula found that kill and did the damage. And because they were so passive, the rest of the players can then all group up and come in on that retake. We saw that double hit coming from short. This time it's hit towards long, though, and it's going to be a fight. Juliana looking to take the duel, sitting in the smoke, pushing through it, in fact. Hulk was waiting. Gabby was there as well. The aggression met with just as much on the other side, and it's Furia that come out ahead ungrazed.
You see W7M are worried about the potential of this short play because Furia has often been splitting in towards the bomb sites. This time, there's 5 players all out towards long. Car's even been allowed safety in towards pit. Although Yedinia should see that smoke trajectory and know that there's a player there. Doesn't matter. Car will still win out the shot. 5 versus 2. This looks like it's the beginning of the end for this CT side.
We've seen some heroics already, but it has to be pretty incredible. Now it is just a 1v5. Sammy, she's been spotted and has been Molotoved off. Gabby is hot in pursuit. A blistering headshot to end.